The 10 commandments of man given to all man through the inspiration of I, Prince Buster. 1. Thou shalt have no other man but me. 2. Thou shalt not encourage no man to make love to you, neither kiss nor caress you, for I am your man, a very jealous man, and is ready to lay low any other man that may intrude in our love. 3. Remember to kiss and caress me, honor and obey me in my every woman fancy, 7 days a week and twice on Sundays, cause at no time will I ever be tired of IT hit. Honor my name so that every other woman may honor it also. 5. Thou shalt not provoke me to anger.
The Reggae was born in Kingston, Jamaica, 1938, the 24th day of May. And that day, there was a riot with the Right Honorable Alexander Bustamante fighting for the working class people, and my mother named me Prince Buster from there.
Earthquake, child, earthquake! Shaking Orange Street, this music with a beat. Sure. Let go. You see tired. You want pop. Look how your face look like one of them old GOS bus. You're not hearing your spear and your front wheel puncture. You see, Orange Street is the music street. And that's the street that sells the beat. So when you see me come, don't run. Cause I'm just about to have some fun. Man, let me help you in something you don't know right now. See ya? The Prince comes out in Orange Street, and the beat starts to retreat. But if he goes back a bit further, he'll drop flat in Charles Street. The Prince shows a left, the Prince shows a right. Look at the young Buster care of a fight. Man, he's trying to run, but how far can he run? Music. Don't you know that Keena is the world's greatest runner, and he'll run you down? And I'll ask Sonny Liston the bear to hold you, and I'll let Muhammad Ali, the world heavyweight champion, lick the hell out of you. Man, stand up. Stand up and fight, if you're right. Earthquake on Orange Street. Yeah, earthquake, shake it. What's my going like work on? Just come back and go on like work on, no work on. People say my Santa Claus come back without him ties. Sure. Search the man, you know, and find him what? Cool Johnny. Say it cool. Great. People say the Prince was too young to face the man, but they did not know the Prince had a plan. So, the Prince sung a song, and the song goes like this. Merry Christmas, partner. It's time to start. Merry Christmas, Santa. You're the first black Santa Claus. Thank the heavens you came. But man, where's your toys? Man, I'm the king, and the people say that I win. Orange Street is my street. And I'll shake the beat with earthquake. Watch it. Earthquake. Solid earthquake. Earthquake.
1938. Can you remember your first musical influence as a young boy in Kingston?
I can remember doing things like Chattanooga Shoeshine Boy, and that was, I think, Frank Sinatra. I used to love to listen to Dick Ames and Bing Crosby at that times. I was influenced by a lot of music, you know. A lot of music.
As a boy, which school did you attend?
Well, I attended Central Branch Elementary School, and I left Central Branch to St. Annie's Catholic School, and I finished up in St. Annie's Catholic School.
So what age did you leave school? How old were you when you left?
Close to 16.
When you left school, was there in you a calling to go to music, do you think?
Yes, because while I was in school, I used to sing at the Glass Bucket Club in Frank Lyman's dance troupe, sing and dance. You never get much money for that, you know, because you're a kid, but you were just good. And I worked like 3-4 times a week for the troupe. And then we were at the corner of Luke Lane and Drummond Street, not Charles Street this time, Drummond Street, under the light post. That's where we always gather in the nights and sticks and pans and play music all night long, you know. After school, we always just meet there and play music.
So, were there sound systems in Kingston at that stage of the game? Or was it still live bands?
There was live band and about 2 small sound systems, but they didn't rate to the band, you know. Sound system hadn't gotten that powerful as that. The big band was still in force.
So you were singing and dancing with a dance troupe, and you were still at school. You left school. What was the next stage in your musical career which brought you to where you now are?
Well, you had a sound system named Tom, the Great Sebastian, right? And now I was clowning at Charles Street and Luke Lane, a little further down Luke Lane, you know. And he used to play music at his shop all day long, you know, and the crowds used to gather, and dance in the street and listen to him, you know, and we heard a lot of music from him. I think his sound system had more influence on me than probably any other until my song came, even Coxsone.
And what year was this, Pastor?
I can only estimate it now to be
roughly
50s.
Early 50s.
Early 50s.
So there you were on street corners listening to Tom the Sebastian. Did you move with his sound, or did you just...
Yeah, we go to country with the sound because in the middle of the night by the Clovers, that knocked me out. I could listen to that day and night.
In the middle of the night, let me hear your sweet voice call. In the middle of the night, thrill my heart and thrill my soul. When the darkness fills the air, send me, darling, say that you care. So just hold me, squeeze me, baby, in the middle of the night. Well, they say to each his own, and I want you to be mine alone. As they say, just wait and pray. Well, your love is all I crave. Can't you see it's you and me? From now, baby, till eternity. Come to me, make things right in the middle of the night. Well, romance is what
Mardi Gras by Fats Domino. That had me down.
To New Orleans, I want to know what's carnival for. Got my ticket in my hand, I'm gonna go to New Orleans. Got my ticket in my hand, I'm gonna go to New Orleans. And when I get to New Orleans, I wanna see the Zulu King. When I see the Zulu King down on Rampart in Jamaica. When I see the Zulu King down on Rampart in Jamaica, I'm gonna stay right there until I see the Zulu Queen.
Shirley and Lee, you know, Lee's gone.
I'm gone completely out of my mind. Beg you to love me sometime, 'cause your love is mine.
Ooh, baby, my heart seems to ache and cry. Why did you tell me all those evil lies? I just had to say goodbye.
I'm gone. Seems as though you've gone far away. I can't sleep both night or day. Please come back and stay.
Ooh, baby, I'll give you one more chance. Only 'cause I need your romance. 'Cause your love is mine. 'Cause your love is mine. 'Cause your love is mine. 'Cause your love is mine.
That had me down. So, and then they got the Griffin brothers, Marjorie Day and the Griffin brothers. And I learned about all those people while I was there with Tom. I never actually worked with the sound. But you know, Prince Buster's a guy everybody loved, and Tom loved me, and I was there. I had good muscles, so I was always a good companion to people.
Now let's talk about your muscles, because you have a reputation as a boxer and a fairly good right hand.
It's not the right, it's the left.
It's the left, is it? Oh, it's the left.
They think it's the right, but the power is really in the left hand. Coxsone tried to adopt it, but he telegraphed his punches, and sometimes people see it coming. But it's the left hand, So it's the same left jab that goes out, comes back into a hook, and goes for the job.
Were you actually a boxer then?
Yeah.
And you trained as a boxer?
I was trained by the middleweight champion of Jamaica, Sid Brown, and Speedy Baker, who also challenged him for the title, but Sid Brown knocked him out. And today, Speedy Baker is living in one of my buildings in Jamaica.
Yeah. Did you ever take your boxing career to any kind of professional status of fighting for money?
Yeah.
At what age was that?
3 fights, that was about in the 60s.
Really? While you were making music, you were also boxing?
Uh-huh. Yeah, many times I go to the studio, I'm out busting, I got to cancel for another day. Because somebody stuck the jab in my mouth in training or fighting or something.
The Coxsone connection, was that after Tom Sebastian?
Yeah, that's where he knew me. Coxsone used to go to American farm work, And one time he brought up some records that were exclusive in the island, and he opened his little sound system. And his aunt used to have a shop in Luke Lane, little below Tom. She also listened to Tom music. So, he saw me there and he realized that, well, put it this way, at that time, at my young age, I was tougher than people bigger than me. So, we got to get friends, and he told me that Duke Reed was giving him a hard time, mashing up his sound, any way he played, he couldn't play, bad men mess him up. Well, I said, okay, we'll go for it. So we went together, and I think we did a good job because Duke Reed, man, wouldn't mess with me. I solved all his problems. Quite a couple of bouts, but we won them all,
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
And down they went.
Yeah, well, they don't stop too long because I was born in West Kingston. I grew up in Bakawal and Village. My tutors were fighting with people like Don Frisco, Fansa Haggett, Blue Feather, from in West Kingston. In Bakawal, Brother Baby, people like Papa FIFO. I grew up under some tough man. I grew up at a small age. I knew Baba John. He's a tough, big man, Right, Weatherman. You must know Weatherman. He live in England. He was in bodyguard 6 or 7 on the shows. These people were when I was small. I look up and wonder if I ever grew to be strong and tough like them,
What about this character, Whoppy King? Was he around then?
Oh, yeah. On the Dongle.
He was a bad man.
Yeah, he growled. He was bad, man. I mean, not only bad because you're kind of bad and still have good in you, but Whoppy King was sinister. So nobody cares to remember him except for the history of Here Goes the Evil Man.
Sound system-wise, you've joined forces with Coxsone. You're his protector, if you like. You take care of business when it comes to trouble at the dances. Did you actually then move on to select and operate Coxsone, or was it strictly on a bodyguard basis?
No, look here. With me and Coxsone, we got to be the best friends. And we go out and even look girls in the night. And hey, Coxsone had a couple of fights with us in the night out, We get drunk, and just feel tough and start something. But I had to finish it.
Great.
But
even with those big hands of his?
Well, with downbeat, and it's my friend, My friend. We have a lot in common. If downbeat gets to hit you, you're gonna go, because I can tell you one thing. Mrs. Darlington, his mother, fed him good. He was well fed and he was nicely built. But he didn't know about boxing, But he could punch, swinging. And if a swing hit you, he was winning about at that time, but I could only guess about 185 at the time. He had some power.
So did you, on the sound system circuit with Coxsone, did you ever select and operate the sound?
Yeah, I do everything. I operate the sound. I kept the dance gates, the money, collected the money. And the biggest thing I did for Coxsone, and that is why I left him, because a lot of people don't know how come Buster and Coxsone could separate. You see, Coxsone used to play against Duke Reed, right? And Duke Reed had more money than probably any other sound man existed at that time. So Duke could go to United States very often and come with new records. Scratch the label off so you never know. Give it his own name. To Cox, the best, let me say this now, how would I say? I think the most important thing that I did for Coxsone was to be able to go into Duke Reed dance at night. First time he gonna play the records, listen to them, study. I used to study the guitar, the tenor, and by listening it, I could tell Coxsone who the artist was. And by listening to the words, I could pick out what I think the name of the tune was. I could also tell him the label of the record, so he'd go over there and get them and bring them back. We'd sell them for £5–10 a piece. But then one night, that's the night when the scorpion bit me. You know? Coxsone heard Duke Reed had just come up with a bunch of new tunes at Forrester's Always the opening dance. So he took me to a place and we stood there listening, nobody could see us, what he had. And while I was listening, telling him the artist and telling him what, I let no one, the scorpion bit me. You know, and I had to go to the hospital. Coxsone went to America and got the tunes. And when he came back, he's supposed to give me a quarter of any amount of tunes they bring back for what I'm doing. But this was said and I wasn't getting my quarter, you know. And I got a little bit upset about it, and I go to him and said, wait, and I couldn't wait no more. Then he took on to a guy called Paro. You see, these guys came, Paro was from Boys Town, and for some reason he took on to him and put him at Barbecue Gate as a gate I used to keep. Well, the people east didn't like that and they run him away. You understand? So I said, I can't bother with this. I just couldn't go out now, do my own thing. So I just went out and released a certain amount of tunes that he didn't even know I know the name of. About 2 of them was from his selection.
When you say released, do you mean tunes that were from America?
Right. I'm telling you, 2 of them was in his box, and about 5 from Duke Reed, and that shocked him. I didn't know. So he kept worrying if I knew the name of Coxsone Hop. He had hold Duke Reed for 7 years. His name was Lake of Forgator by Willis Jackson. But it was changed to Coxsone Hop for him. Well, I didn't tell Duke Reid nothing I know about Coxsone, you know. But I went out and started doing things myself. Well, a situation existed in Jamaica at that time whereas only certain people could have record shops. The poor people, it was like something they'd never touch. One Odd's own record shop, Chin's own record shop, Coxsone selling a few records out at his little place, Duke Reid selling a few records out at his liquor store, but no real record shop except by like One Odd's and these people. Well, I think I wanted a record shop. So I went out and did it. And when the rest of Jamaica saw that I did it, man, you should see record shop coming up after me. And everybody said they were following Prince Buster. I led the way, man. In everything down there.
And where was your record shop set up?
Luke Lane and Charles Street. And that is the womb, I would emphasize, womb. You know, that is the womb that delivered the music.
What year was that, Buster?
It's about 58.
And in those days,
57, 58.
In those days, you and Coxsone and Duke Reid weren't actually cutting records yourselves. You were bringing records in and selling them.
Bringing records. But listen, they had the visa. I hadn't the visa to go to the States. So bring up a very interesting thing. Coxsone had visa. Duke had visa. They could go to the States. Now, immediately after I left Coxsone, Duke Reid and tried to hold me. He'd been trying to get me from Coxsone for a long time. Because if it wasn't me, he would have finished with Coxsone a long time. So when I left Coxsone, Duke called me. He said, come on, you know you should have come long time. You have Cutty, you have Pompadour, and all these men and use friends and things and you up on that side. You know, make the money. So I said, Duke, I really come follow nobody. Coxsone is still my friend. He just don't treat me right in a certain respect, but we have a lot of things in common. But if I can do some work, I can make some tune for you at the studio, I can stop import the tunes I'm outside. They pay me so and so. We come to agreement, you know, and I went and make the tune, dad. I make Let George do it, Blackberry Brandy, and quite a few more tunes.
Now these were boogie style tunes. This was still 1958-59.
Yeah, but I was drawing the thing into it. You see, that was the difference between me and them. They wanted the boogie, but I was now pulling my book beat, as they call it, the scare, into the thing. That's why, because you could easily go to the studio and make boogie. Because they buy a new boogie.
Right.
You know, but nobody understand what was happening now because there was sound coming out and they couldn't identify it, but the people were just dancing it.
And you recorded them where?
At Federal Studios.
And what year was that? Can you remember?
It was right in the 59.
59.
But let me tell you something happened there. Duke Reid didn't pay me. Why? Because I went to One Odd's and these people like me. And I credit my speakers and thing and it started to build a sound. Well, the whole of Jamaica people was behind me. And he was trying to hold me back by keeping me on balance economically, not paying me, so I could buy the equipment I needed for the sound.
You're talking about Duke Reid?
Yeah, Duke. So Coxsone will tell you about this. So one day I went to his Duke Reid shop and said, Duke, I want my pay, you know? And Duke touched him gun, you know? And I told him, said, hey, I didn't even check for them gun because them days I take with Duke gun and beat him all night and prove the next day. You know? So, not giving me a good response, I just go down to Federal. I went to Mr. Curry, who owned Federal Records. Mr. Curry, leave the office so nobody won't say you're involved because I want to do something today. And Mr. Curry said, mine, Duke is a bad man, Buster. You know, I have a lot of men. I couldn't care because to me this meant life. I meant to go, and he was holding me back. So he used to keep all his tapes in Federal Studio. And I just went down there to my spot and broke out the lock and took all the Duke Reid tapes. Put them in my bag and carry them away. Now, that is like taking away in belly. You know? We went through a stiff war because I'm saying about 2 cars with a back a wall, bad man, with a 7-2. You know? 7-2. And Dapper Dan and... this is where the point was going to change now, right? Because all these men, you know, Phantom, these men were I was younger than them, and they were bad men. I was growing up, you know, looking at them one day, and if we clash one day, if I never show up out a win, I can't do the repetition, you know. But Duke will make a solve everything because I'm sending them for me. I mean, I use them Carl and Philip who do the job, you know, take with the tapes then. Was sitting down at 145.5 Orange Street. That's how I was, you know, after the barn, after I left the line in. We had a knife playing in the ground and 2 cars just drove up. One came from the south and just stopped. Nobody come out, nobody say anything. We stood right there. Another came from the north, black we now. Then I hear 7-2 step out, you know, I'm big and waddle out. I said, waddle out of the car. What, book? The boss wants you. Well, it's like something flashed in my head immediately. Because growing up with them in Bakawal, I knew what was the mission now. After I take the tapes today, somebody called Duke, the student, I went back to Mr. Curry. And Duke came behind me and hugged me in some kind of beer hug thing. I don't know what kind of hold that was, but it had me for a while. And Duke said, Washington Boulevard. I'm a gang of man within 2 car man. That means Washington Boulevard was still bushes. So my carry me out, it will kill me. You understand where I'm talking? So Mr. Curry said, Mr. Reed, if anything happens, I'm going to give evidence about they bring all these big ugly men into my place, kidnap a man, and while in turn to answer Mr. Curry, I just swing my foot up and stamp the gate was in front of me and break the wall. And from I break the wall, the star butter, 2 buck 2 made and 2 left hook and him far. Was a food for them and them come out and say, the boss, when me and Carl just get up and say to them, say, this means life to you, right? One of those hired man. So if you're not ready for them, just come because I'm ready, you know, see? Well, 7-2 take 1 step and me take 2 hours, man, just go back to the car and sit down and say he's a madman. I can't understand this, you know? So I say, I tell you what to do. Go back to Duke and tell Duke, send a cab for me and my star them, Carl and Philip. We're not driving no cab, you know. My neck hole we and choke with them now. I'm bigger than we. So them go to Duke and Duke say next cab. And this, you go laughing already again, what really happened? The next cab, we're going to Duke tonight now, the new cab, me and Philip and Carl. If you want to talk about business themselves. When I go in a Duke shop, the outside door closed. Duke have 52 man in the shop. And when I go inside, I see Duke and Pampadu drinking blackberry brandy. Because they started to drink that after tune that I made, making the tune famous, everything to do with blackberry brandy. And you know, the father just make a stick to my head right away and Duke read up on top of the counter squat. Pampadu stand up and Cuttings and the rest of the youth them and the bad man them line up against the wall. And I was going and just take with the bottle from Duke, don't say nothing to him, and just pick up a glass and throw out a big drink, and I never even drink. You know, see? Is that thing that happened? Throw it in there and just gulp it down, turn my throat a little bit, but you know. And say, Duke, he said, call me now, what? You want me? Throw it all them boy out of your place. You can't talk a business because them not recording man, all them there. Them that boogie yag and a recording man them. And we not recording business. Because you didn't pay me. And if you don't pay me, you can't get the tape. So what am I doing now? So you tell them to back up little. Because nobody know what the tape is. I tell them say they might burn it. We are left it, the people might even burn it if I don't come back. But them say come to my office. Go in the office and Duke say the 3 taxi must go out the night and bring back the tapes there. Now this news spread all over town, you know. From it happened, you have at least 1,000 people stand up, you know. Some looking for Duke kill me. They're looking for different things to happen because sound system at that time was the biggest thing in the country. You see, and I take with Duke belly. Anyway, we out all night and we were driving up Orange Street about 3 o'clock. I saw my mother stand up at my gate, worrying what happened to me, so I stopped the car. And I come out and when I look behind, I said to him, listen, we're not going to further tonight, you know. Tomorrow we do the tape. I'm just going to my yard, my mother. So the morning I wake up early and got Brooklyn and Charles as the base. That's my friend there. Guess who comes again? After all the people that Duke will stand up, you know. Big time 72. Walk come out of my corner. Showing power. Right? So go on the tape, and if you don't bring the tape, no one what will happen. Well, I have a long knife now, man. And Carl have a small knife. And Carl just pass me the small knife. Right? And grab a waist, I mean just grab him waist back, the size gone out of my mind. I don't know 72 as a man now. You know? And look at things going right there so. And then pick off and start run, and they run him down Charles Street, down Iron Street, and run him out of auto. You know, see it? And then go back to the big man and, and show them so well. When tell them, you know, I can one day assume, I didn't tell them, it's hot out there. Well, Mrs. Reed, Duke's wife, is a lady where I have a lot of respect for.
The Duchess.
The Duchess. And I can repeat that, the Duchess. She's a Duchess. And Miss Reed phoned up on the phone and said, Buster, bring the tapes to me and give me. I don't want you to have nothing to do with Reed. At that time, Reed have some swelling for him, you know, see? I'm ignorant. I said, Miss Reed, you know, say I'll give you the tape then, but what happened to my money? And she said, don't worry about anything, because if you don't give the money after you give me the tape, I gonna left him. No, I didn't want you nothing more. So I go back home, take out the tape, them out of the box. And the truth is, you know, you want to see how Coxsone behind the tape, you know.
It was Coxsone.
Sure. That for sure is my heart still there with the man.
Yeah.
You know, see?
You pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Them say the cat got a 9 life, but this man got 99 life. Cause them pick him up, them lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. Them wild, one pot of chocolate tea, and all the fried fish they caught in the sea. They also got 6 quarts of rum, saying that they waiting for the 9 night to come. The last time I heard them say that this man was dead. Them biting black eyes and them lay it all upon his head. Now the procession leads to the cemetery. The man holler out, don't you bury me. You pick him up, you lick him down, him bounce right back. What a hard man for dead.
Take them out of the box. Close the empty box and carry them back. When I work with the sound system I play in this way by that dance, I'll start coming with the tape. So I put the box on the shelf. And everybody say, "Ray, tape come." So I just called you and Miss Reed. I said, listen, if you was trying to trick me, you would have tricked yourself. But since everything's serious now and I didn't get my money, I didn't get the tape then. But if you don't give me my money, this time you curtains closed. You know? Well, Miss showed me open the box and said, see the Duke? See the tape them there? Duke sharp, pure empty box. I did that to show him that I was using my head too. I wasn't just a forceful man without direction. You see? When Miss Reed said, Buster, you trust me? I said, yes, man, you know I love you like a madam. What are you talking about, Miss Reed? So I just called Flip 2 blocks away. I said, come to the tape, man, not bad. The tape dropped, you could hug me up. Even Lisa, the man just fight there for. I said, Prince, I don't want me having.
So you were cool from that?
What do you mean? I don't want me having. And I'm going to forget all this, and you must forget everything. And stay amongst me and thing, man. I don't know what happened, but I should have paid your money. And about 3 days after, yeah, the money come. Plus, 500 copies of each of the records that I make for him. For my new little record shop with the start. You see, me want it to go, you know. And I do everything to make it go. And I couldn't take nobody to stop me. No matter what kind of name you have, Prince Buster had to come. Right, and let me tell you this. Duke wasn't solved yet. We all got very embrace and things, and we had a nice 2 or 3 months big time. But the more the news came around that my sound was almost finished, was the far we were getting again. Duke didn't want anybody to come challenge for him #1 position. But a man named Mr. Morrison, he said to me, he said, to just give him £500 and him give me a 3-decker amp. I can't shake down any one of them. And I go with him. And one adds, trust me some speaker, credit me some speaker. Nice big 18-inch speaker. And me and my little youth them get together and get bored. And make the box them. Cabinet make a help way and nice, we come out clean and nice. The big thing was the opening dance for me. And the whole crowd around, Buster come, Buster come, Buster come. But I tell them say, all the other sound systems satisfy to be number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And uppers come like Buckingham Palace, you see it? Because no man not trespassing a Duke Reid and Coxsone thing. But that is the top. And I figure still that's where I should be. So I just challenge both of them at the same time when I come. But I wasn't doing it with no violence thing in mind. But I should have known say to bring that inside if I take the lead. But the first night I played, first is all opening dance. My true close Coxsone this jockey, no my this jockey. I'm the part too. If I get the money and just leave to come with me. Big time sound, everybody shot new spread. Duke sent to me and said, I must sell him the sound. See, mad man, we come for the top. Well, the following Sunday night, first contest with me and Duke Reid. To leave this, you know, how should you feel? Duke at Chocomo, I had Carnival. Duke knocked me down, I have to call it knock me down, okay, and flop my dance early and with all the crowd. But I know say I have some music where I make and it's supposed to talk. So I just tell my Chuki, turn the hand up to Duke dance and take out some money, I don't know how much it was, right? And give it to him, buy him a box of beer and about 10 of in the dance. I said, steal this and don't stop, he must stop there for a week. We don't have nobody here, he have all the crowd. We just come, we're fresh, but don't stop playing. Oh, play. Let him start repeating himself in his dance. I check on more the records. And my record, I tease out to go over there. And about 12 in the night, people just start streaming down to my dance, and then my dance gets found female and empty. So them say they want the next contest the next week. I take Chuck and one, give him Carnival, okay, done. He's supposed to hold play Duke and it's done. I wonder if I beat Coxsone now. Coxsone want to dance near me. So some man of Boys Town just keep some dance and set me for first is all in my jubilee. I'm down quick. And his name is pure Prince Buster. But then I want some exclusive music. So I want money to go to the studio. Because them studio doing import, both local and import. But I resort of the morning and go to Mr. Kuri. Mr. Kuri, you know it, everybody like to know me come to the sound and say, alright, Buster. And I go worship in the studio time, just to make music, I really love music. I go in there and badap, me and Monty Morris and Basil Gavidan and a few more youth, you know, and we come with some shaka. Duke Reid pay me £30 for one copy of each of them records I make. Just play it exclusive, don't get nobody else, just me and him play it. I like play it myself. But at the same time, I need money to go and build the sound the way I want it to go. So I never give him everything, but he get humpy dumpy cross and he want that kind of dance can't keep putting up the humpy dumpy. So I say, yeah.
Once there was an old lady who lived in a show, had so many children she didn't know what to do. Yeah. Give them some broth without any bread. Whip them soundly and send them to bed. Whoa. 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 Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't get Humpty to gather up again. Whoa. 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 Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty.
So yeah, but then now, I have flopped them hard. Everybody's just buster. Gold Coast, Palm Beach, anyway dance gives us buster. People march with our green bush on the street and it's buster. I must remember when I do them things there, you know. Them people are big, man. Me a little boy, I start, you know. And it's amazing people say little boy, I go out with all these things. But still the power was the people. The same people. Well, go on and everything nice and dance are full and Prince Buster. So I say, all of a sudden you a big time nice come up. And I want you to know this Rodigan because I straightened out already. But I'm gonna ask me again about it. See, I give me sound. This sound I come from South Lane. I just trust my things from one odds. Every time I keep a dance, I have to carry a certain amount of the money and pay one odds to get the next speaker. See, I give me sound. I get mothers carry my receipt on a South Lane and spread them out on the street and thump up 2 man mouth and things. And show them some move. Me and my man, nobody not give me nothing. Well, this was they must try to get me politically same time get some other people who belongs against it. So I say, that's soft. So let's go next to that and say, don't believe them people. I have done no wrong. These bad-minded people want to see me go down. And you know this? They got to come. A whopper.
Don't believe them people. I have done no wrong. So will you kindly help me? Help me to sing my song. These bad-minded people would like to see me down. But when the game is over and over, I can't go down. They got to come, they got to come. They must come, they got to come. They got to come, they got to come. They got to come my way. They have been grudgeful people. Oh, what a hurt have I done. These bad-minded people want to see me go wrong. So I sing Kibrilla Amla, and that's the name of my song. And when this fun is over and over, I can't go wrong. They got got to come, they got to come. They must come, they got to come. They got to come my way. They have been grudgeful people. Oh, what unhurt have I done? These bad-minded people want to see me go wrong. I think Ibrilla Amla, and that's the name of my song. And when the game is over and over, I can't go wrong.
You go and play this story, I can't give this guy's missing it, and it's supposed to be exclusive and Prince Buster South. Well, one night I sent my son to play at Chocomola in West Kingston where I grew up. With a brother named Dan. I played the disc jockey play come and I up on the corner with my boys. I play. Me always play cricket in the street. Everybody comes to play cricket in the street. So I have the bat and me and a man come and say, I get a man up there, want to mash up the sound. So I jump on a bicycle and ride go up there. When I go I see Kyle, Redhead, Dub, Rubber Dub, all them man there. Cause they must know how to keep it in my mind. Trying to turn over my arm, so I go and start chop them with. And pull up my bleed and them start to back from me advance to them. Well, the one when I'm ready now, I run after him and run through the gate. And I hear them running behind me now. And all them, I turn back and face them. And the man just come behind me and crack my skull. I never even drop, you know. I hold on the cane cat and drive the cane and mash the gate. And I see them, but they was blurry running down the street. Well, me and my little cousin, Belemos, avenge all them things and all that they were cool. But it was Duke would send them to do that to me, so hey, me and Duke never stop fight. You know, me and Duke stop fight. About 3 or 4 years before him dead.
Really?
Yeah, that kind of cancer.
Yeah.
So I'm a pray to the good Lord now for his soul. But Duke was, anybody will tell you that, you know. I come up where it was rough and tough, and I survived that.
Don't be scared, stop acting weird. Soon we shall meet on Orange Street. This music is sweet, man, I caught your beat. You heard the news, old pal, now don't run away. Oh, sweet beat, rocking down Orange Street. Oh, sweet beat, shaking up Orange Street. Oh, sweet beat, I'm coming in peace, with my face to the east. Don't get upset, you live to regret. You must show me respect, and don't you forget, like a fish in the sea, you're caught in my net. Oh, sweet beat, rocking down Orange Street. Oh, sweet beat, shaking up Orange Street. Oh, sweet beat. You have nothing to conquer, cause I got the honor. My crown you can't wear, it will put you in fear. And if you slip up you slide, and if you run you can't hide. Cause I got a whip stuck right in my hip now. Oh, sweet beat, shaking up Orange Street. Oh, sweet beat, rocking down Orange Street. Oh, sweet
come up. Whoa, sweet beat, in the belly. Whoa, sweet beat.
They say time is longer than road. The same knife that stick the sheep will stick the goat. Time will heal all the heartaches you got. Time will heal all the heartaches you got. Just make the wait and murmur not. Just make the wait and murmur not. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Even the blind will be able to see. Even the dumb will be able to speak. How long can you play hide and seek? How long can you play hide and seek? Tried your best to keep me down, but I got music to hold this down. Now your world is upside down, as history eats itself and you were on the ground.
In the first part of that, I time longer than I wrote. The beginning of it was like 59. You had one set of tune from 59 to 60, then 60 to upward, right? But these 59 tunes were done to keep the sound system on top. That was the motivation. You understand? After that, now, then came things like Wash Wash.
Wash, wash, wash my troubles away. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Wash, wash, wash my troubles away. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Show me that river, take me across, and wash all my troubles away. Like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. So don't you hear me?
Wash, wash, wash my troubles away.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wash, wash, wash my troubles away. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
What's my woman? All for my kids. Man, I sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray. Like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. So watch out, sinners.
Wash, wash, wash my troubles away.
What about Burning Creation? Everybody's Scar, songs like that.
Yeah. Burning Creation was done. I remember the time I was now playing at barbecue in Fleet Street. I had taken them to the place where Coxsone used to play down there every Friday night because everybody go. And there's my sound playing now. I did Burning Creation to suit the situation that existed right here.
Daima Zima Wandalim. My people, you can see that I am no liar. And this fellow has now called me for burning fire. This is a fire for heart and desire. Advise you sit back, relax, and admire. Creation, oh creation, what a mighty, oh creation, takes creation to build a nation. So listen happy, rest in your nappy, and don't you copy.
What about Blackhead Chinaman?
Oh, that's a history within itself, right? And Jamaica still look to every day a man talk about that series between the contest with me and Derek Morgan. That really excited Jamaica because we're both singing songs about each other.
You done stole my belongings and give to your Chinese man. God in heaven knows, He knows that you are wrong. Are you a Chinese man? Are you a black man? It don't need no eyeglass to see that your skin is black. Do you prefer your Chinese man to your fellow black man? Speak up, friend. It's plain to understand. It won't be very long. They'll have a change of plan to use you and use you, then refuse you. As you are the first blackhead Chinese man, I did not know your own parents were from Hong Kong. Every man has a right to where he belongs. So declare yourself and tell me where you are from.
What about all the business with the Judge Dreading Court, which is moving on later now musically to a slightly rhythmically a different era rather than the ska?
I mean, like, shop? Yeah, Judge Dredd. You see, I love the Jamaican people and I grew out of that continent concept for love people universally. And what was happening, so some of my same friends and team, what was happening at that time, it joked me. The guys want to get anybody, I hold everybody and take off them things off of them. People, that's why people love me, so they know like I fight plenty. But most of a fight is defending the weaker person, so get involved through people. You know? So what they was doing at that time is like harassing the donkey people that hurt. When I say the donkey people, I don't mean to degrade them in no way, but I am from the donkey people. You understand? But the donkey is the symbol for the Democratic Party. The common people, that's what I mean, the common people. They wouldn't touch the rich man. Because the rich man had guns to shoot them back and have money to handle the situation. They wreck Jamaica and nobody can say nothing. And since I am from them, and I am there with them, Almighty God said talk, and I just go out there and say, hey, if not stop this, hey, you know, just sing song against you. And them say, ooh, I boop it off for go so. And me just say, well, it's a mash up the society. I'm just going and try them myself and give them 400 years. That means I tell them, say, hey, you don't have to depend on the earth. Because I use like a nuisance to people. So, Emmanuel Zachariah Zaki Palm, he died in him same kind of role playing, harassing people and people have killed him. George Gaban Flea, him dead right in the market. grab a man things and run through the market gate and the market police, when we cocky close, shoot him. And I shoot them saying, I say, you can't win, you know. It's a matter of time before everything closes in.
Order. Now my court is in session. Will you please stand? First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Judge 100 Years. Some people call me Judge Dread. Now, I am from Ethiopia to try all you rude boys for shooting black people. In my court, only me talk, cause I'm vexed, and I am the rude boy today. Who got case?
Yes, sir.
Rude boy Adolphus James? Yes, sir. Rude boy Emmanuel Zachariah Zaki Palm?
Present.
George Grabban Flea? Present. Adolphus James?
Yes, sir.
I see where you have been charged for 10 shooting with intent, 5 murder charge, 6 grab and flee charge.
What you are not?
Hush up! Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, sir.
I don't care what they say, take 400 years, stand down. Emmanuel Zachariah Zaki Palm,
Yes, sir.
you've been charged 15 charge of shooting intent, 15 murder charge, and I heard that you was the one down there in Sutton Street who tell the judge, rude boys don't care. Well, this is King Street, and my name is Judge Dread, and I don't care. Now take 400 years.
I don't know what you're going to say, you know, Your Honor, because...
Hush up, what they trying to do, shoot me too?
No, Your Honor, but I didn't shoot the man.
Well, quiet.
Not your body, yes, sir.
400 more years for you. George Grabban Flea,
Yes, sir.
stop your crying. Rude boys don't cry, that's what I hear.
Sir, I didn't do it, you know, sir. I'm praying, man, I don't give you a chance.
I don't care, hush up. This is my court. You're charged for robbing school children, robbery, aggravation.
Good man, I take no sentence to you, know, sir, and you shoot the man, you know. And you say them about this, and the judge come try, you know, sir, and I take no sentence to you, know, sir.
Hush up. Order. Adolphus James,
Yes, sir.
you rob school children, you boom the people's house, you shot black people.
But Your Honor, I don't give you.
Hush up! Just for talking, I now charge you for contempt, and that is a separate 100 years. I hereby sentence you to 400 years. I said hush up, hush up! You are sentenced to 400 years and 500 lashes. I am going to set an example. Rude boys, don't cry, don't cry! When I was in Africa, here they were tough.
I'm not guilty, you know, sir.
Put a turn, take them away.
Well, I think Judge Dredd did a lot because Judge Dredd straightened out a lot of youth because they realized that just take a second look. It's 40 years of workhouse, you get life term, and prison was 400. So a life sentence, and this is really 400 for the black man at that time. So Judge Dredd played part, and then we had Ghost Dance.
What a classic record. That is one of my all-time favourite records of yours.
Yeah,
That is such an atmospheric, eerie,
well,
soulful record. It's got so much atmosphere in it.
yeah, it meant a lot because a lot of my best friends them, me and them grew up in a side lane, back lane, you know, up Coxsone Street, Bond Street, and them were up and down from St. Anne's School, and them just gone. Purple and Stinky. We have a group of Purple and Stinky and players too, and Jaisi Poo, and Bunny, and Gupti, and Matom. It's matter about youths now who knew they might better them living condition one way or another. You see it? That was a sweet session. But the letter was to my friend them who dead down in a boneyard. I know this since I come quite a few men ask me, what is boneyard? So I'm glad they have the opportunity to express it on your program. Boneyard is simply the cemetery. But I Prince Buster couldn't just say the cemetery. So I have to get a Prince Buster touch. Boneyard.
Who's dance? Dear Ketos, my friend, good day. Hoping you are keeping the best of health. How is the music down there in Boneyard? I hear that Buzz be of a sound system, and that Naya Keith is the disc jockey. But them can't get no red stripe beer for selling a dance at night. Tell Zaki, the high priest, who used to lead the toughest, one who could go, toughest. Give him my regards. Tell him, Prince Buster says, hello. And Keith, if you should see Rashi, you know Rashi from Bakawal, give him my regards. And if you should see the two brothers, Stinky Pummels and Kurban, we grew together, tell them, Prince Buster says, so long, sorry we had to go so soon. Since music with the food of love, I'll forever sing on. And Foresters all, we'll soon get back on ship. Ghost dance. Ghost dance.
What about Texas Hold-Up and Shaking Up Orange Street, Freezing Down Orange Street, all those great tunes?
Well, Shaking Up Orange Street, Orange Street was the beat street. Everything musically came down on Orange Street. And Coxsone was at Love Lane. And Coxsone moved across to Orange Street while I am at Luke Lane, just round the corner. But you're just not on Orange Street. But I live on Orange Street. My shop is round here. So I just buy the place exactly in front of him. I look straight on him now. Got the competition that, like competition. Look straight on him face to face. I ever stand by this, so. Right? And I come with some music and make Earthquake on Orange Street first. Teasing Coxsone. That is what the Earthquake on Orange Street really doing. Teasing him. Well, Shaking Up Orange Street now was the music where I have because this man I shook and shake and took Orange Street. So Shaking Up Orange Street was showing him say a versatile music.
What about Oh Carolina, the Folks Brothers? That's classic.
Well, Oh Carolina was a lot of thoughts and thinking, and I like to create sound. And I went to count Azzy up at the hill until Azzy say, I put him on record. Now I used to listen to Azzy. I used to walk on miles, anyway Azzy play. Just go stamp and listen to him, the drums, right? But Azzy didn't think the drums could have gone wax. So we convince him, so yeah, make we try it, and my money was spent, so make we try it and carry the arts. I booked JBC studio. This is the important thing with the fight with Duke Reed. And when I reached JBC studio with my little group, Duke Reed buy out the studio and in there with a big time band. And when I got to my answer, but it's my studio and I buy time. And I said, boy, I'm not see my name nowhere in the place. Well, I get a little bit disturbed, and that's why I love Johnny Moore, you know. Yeah, man, I was going to mash up the whole thing the night in that place, and Johnny Moore just hugged me and said, Boop, cool. And a man named Cecil Watt, working at GBC. You see, I must know some go on some stubborn things and like that. And him say, come. And carry me in a room upstairs, a little place like this. And him take some little board and things and set up. I'll put as in a location, I'll put Wayne Gray. Just to learn to play piano and just hold in two cards, you know, see it? And Wayne Gray, because Wayne Gray up on a piano there, you know. And me over here, so I keep the thing, the tempo one of my hand a clap the tune. And Skitter and Bunny I help the same thing. And we do it, we come out. The Rasta man never have nothing to identify him out there. And him just some character chuck come and play it and some long locks man. Bang, tam, pa, pam, pa, tam. So what? And the music sound call and boy stone and we never even plan the dance, you know. We just go in and start play. And by about 9 o'clock the dance cock. Now that's space to the next man. And we have a next one called Casa Vuvo. Chubby you call it or Drawweed.
Chubby.
You know?
I love no one but you. Tell me, Chubby.
Of African blood.
Oh, no, well, African blood now is Raymond Harper. And I will respectfully say that I'm a fan of Johnny Moore. But I don't know who to choose. Johnny's a stylist, but Raymond have tone. But I lose that trumpeter over a problem I have with him family. Selling out the house and don't get money. I go straight to him head. And Raymond just start play for the birds, you know. Go in the park and see a bird and just blow their hand. And they have nothing to do with them or you, man.
Yeah.
So you need somebody else to help him now, you know. Monica and Barrett was a big lick, you know. Monty tune was shocked Jamaica, it was Pumpy Dumpy and Monica and Barrett. And it's a family them together as the youth the most me. And everybody wanted to be a star and a singer and I like him. Cause me like plenty girls and him like plenty girls and two have a heap of girls.
While I was walking along one bright and sunny day, these are some words that I hear some people say. If life was a thing that money could buy, the rich would live and the poor would die. Money can't buy life. Money can't buy life. Money can't buy life. Whoa, money can't buy life. Although I'm not rich, you can still be my wife, and let's live together for the rest of our life. I know someday, no matter what they say, before we grow old, money will come my way. Money can buy life. Money can't buy life. Money can't buy life. Whoa, money can't buy life.
What about its Burke's Law?
That was part of the creativity in me. I in the studio and just finish a good recording session. But to me, it's still a sound to see me like the records up on the street. And I just called Drum Digger and Bobby and said, listen, I go and try a thing and I want you play this and you play that. I always tell them what I want to play. You play this, I play that. And I just go up on the mic and simple as say, click knock noink cloink, click knock noink cloink, make clunk make knock cloink cloink. And just look at the solo with Barra Brooks. And bow, I hit.
It's Burke's Law.
St. Kitts and Nevis, your time, 484-5255, Christmas messages for St. Kitts and Nevis. Massive hit. What other musicians did you use in that era? Names?
Well, my star player was my drummer. Drum Digger, Jada Cancer. Right? We use people like blues and bass. Well, from the beginning, Jah Jerry is Jah Jerry. My star guitar that. Show him how to change. We call it, change gear. We had something like going in music with me and Jerry way. Coxsone you couldn't get it. They had to kidnap, when I say kidnap, not hold him and take him away. But they had to send people go influence Jerry to come give them 2 tune. You know? Jerry. Same youth is snapping, you know.
Theophilus
Beckford. Great brother. And Gladdy. I had 2 piano players. Theophilus and Gladdy. Jerry. Well, on Hans now, you see him like a Johnny Moore. Raymond did came after, you know. Johnny Moore and that's his name. 2 brothers of them come from Asda. Guineer. Bobby Guineer. You know, Stanley Ribs, saxophone. That was really the Prince Buster All-Star. Others came and do some parts and go. But that was the Prince Buster All-Star.
Madness, they call it madness. Madness, they call it madness. It's plain to see, that is what they mean to me. Madness, I call it gladness. Madness, they call it madness.
Can you remember this?
Madness, they call it madness. I'm about to explain that someone is using his brain. Madness, they call it madness.
All the hits and more on 194.
Propaganda ministers, I've got a aim in view. I'm gonna walk all over you. Cause madness, I call it gladness. But if this is madness,
you know, Prince mother than mad.
You're not mad.
This was, listen, I said, you see, that's why I had to study all these, study religion and things, because these were big men I fighting against the sound, and them try some serious joke, Them set up my life quite a few times, and escape. But the madness, that was one of them propaganda attack. When them find them couldn't do it physically, them try to swing at the town, say, I'm mad. You want to see me sing, and I do you see me not help, I run the sound, I sing, I sell in the shop, I do everything, I fight people, everything. So you're young, and you get exhausted. See, you know nothing about this, you just lay down. And the doctor tell me, say, man, all you need is some rest, man, you've been overdoing it, And I lay down, and I get rest. And while I rest, and I enjoy all the rest of me, and feel nice and things. A man just come in and say them out the street and say you're mad. And the things for all Jamaica, Prince Buster mad. People say, they want to the sound. They want to the record shop. They want to all them car things. Who get that? Them start to all talk things about me as if my guy and my house and can't come out back. I mean, never need a mad house talk. You see? So, Raymond Harper used to come to me every day, dying for me just feel good to come out, come work in the studio. I'm still one day and say, Harper, them feel so mad, right? So, I write a song last night. You want to look on it? I show it to Harper. Harper said, madness is gladness. What do you mean by that? I say, well, if them out the confused and say me mad, I mean I'm quite happy and okay. Me have money, me have good health, me feel, I me have everything. Them me not happy. So for them, madness and my gladness. So after I say, yeah, and get the knock, and we rehearse it sick, you know, rehearse the whole day in the house. And a week after, we just get up and go to the studio and call the band together and go out there and take poses, you know. So, that time I have nice shape and things, so I take poses and say, see me, I'm right. I'm mentally me equipped, nothing to do me. Madness is gladness. Oh, million seller.
Al Capone.
Oh, guns don't argue. Well, da-dee, da-dee, da-doo, da-dee, da-dang, da-ding, dang, doong, dang. I create all that. You see, to keep the sound on top, you have to make instrumental to better the instrumental that you can Coxsone play. You see, the vocal play later on in the night. Let me tell you something about sound system. You couldn't have a sound system and have 20 good instrumental. Those instrumental play from the dance start from 8 until about 10:30, 11. After that, you put them aside. And you drop in your vocal now when everybody in there and dance. Nice. But the attack, the opening attack, was just instrumental, instrumental, instrumental. So that was why I see it. Why I could have really outplay them a little longer. By having that da-dang, da-ding, dang, doong, dang, ding, dang, doong, dang, di-dang, da-ding, dang, doong, dang, ding. And that's how it go.
And you
So
were
we just, no, same time I show come to Jamaica, you know. I say, just the guns don't argue. I mean, I always feel some was Al Capone, so we just get the group together and say, hey, Al Capone guns don't argue. I did that.
And a classic record was born.
I did that. And I want to thank you for your efforts in making this great show, the Great Sunsplash. And listen, man, let me tell you one thing. It's important. I check myself in my bed when I sleep in the hotel and I say, when last Prince Buster you ever happy so? 20 plus years ago, when I kept a house in that Palm Beach and the whole place black, that the same happiness came back. I was a happy man, son, and I did a good job, and I'm happy I was here to work on Sunsplash because this is a Sunsplash.
Prince Buster, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rodigan, for being in the show, man. The Irie. Roots.
The 10 commandments of man given to all man through the inspiration of